What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Cousins. They're coming. Hey, Shell.
Hey, what in the 15-minute headache is going on here?
Listen,
You just need a 15 minutes for your headache.
I just needed a little bit to rest my eyes.
I can't. I
That's
finally
fine.
got I finally got to stay up. He talking about 15 more minutes. I'm barely hanging on.
Listen, I got you. Hi, sis.
Hey,
How you feeling?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. I'm getting a little
Oh,
better.
I'm in here watching Dr. Phil.
Why am I up here twice?
You
Or
don't?
am I?
You not up here
Oh, that's
twice?
there.
That's just how it
No,
is.
there.
Hey, mommy.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm cold.
Same.
Cut
Go
the heat
get you
on.
some blankets. You don't have nothing on your arms or nothing.
I'm in the bed, really.
Oh,
Yeah, we starting a little later than we usually do. Normally, we start at six at right on the hour, but I
And
just
who thought of that?
listen. I'm just starting this new. Today's only the first day, and I was late today
Oh,
Late today, what?
for work.
Lord.
How did you late your first day? You a terrible black man.
Second day, first of all,
You ain't even supposed to be late the first week.
wait a minute. You cannot be late when you just starting the damn job. How is
I
that
know.
possible?
Listen, I was. Y'all know me and Mornings don't really get along. We're not friends.
Listen, you are a 41-year-old adult,
You mind
42.
your black ass business.
So me and mornings don't get along. This ain't your first morning waking up.
Okay.
You mind the
Okay.
business that pays you, and I don't pay you. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I pay you no damn attention.
so
So
I
so how
anyway,
late were you? I'm
like an hour.
curious. An
Damn.
hour. What you had a hard time getting up?
Listen, I think Paul woke me up this morning, and I rolled right on over and went right back to sleep.
That's a
You gotta
damn
do
shame.
better.
I know.
How did they take it?
They was fine because they knew yesterday when I was in there. Uh, they knew I had a hard time sleeping, so I was like, look, me and Mornings don't really get along. So when I got in this morning, uh,
You told them that?
yeah, I told him. I
Lord have
believe in
mercy.
honesty.
Some stuff you just gotta keep to yourself. You can't be honest.
Well, anyway, back to as I was saying. So when I walked in,
Uh-huh.
then I went right to the HR. Somebody that left already. I went right to HR and was like, "I'm so sorry. Like my alarm didn't go. I don't know what happened." And she was like, "You told us yesterday that you and Mornings don't really get along, so we were like, he gonna be here at some point."
Lord.
But they,
Where
Well,
you
but
working at?
get there early tomorrow, okay?
yeah. But they
Try to
were
get
like,
there
"You're
early.
doing a really good job," and they were like, "We really like you." So
Where
Where
you
you work
working?
at?
it's a place called Cartwright.
Uh-huh.
They move military families.
Okay.
So,
So
and
basically, within that hour, somebody didn't get moved because of you.
no, because I don't work in. 'Cause they do a lot of international moving and things like that. So, and I work in the tracing department.
Are you allowed to talk about this?
I mean, yeah,
You're not are you live? Oh dang.
I mean, he not telling us who he moving.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just.
I thought we
Okay.
wasn't live yet. He ain't tell us nothing.
Yeah, I can't tell. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you who I'm moving. I mean, I don't tell you who I'm moving or anything like that. Or
Or where they moving to. Don't tell us none of that.
I mean, some places are just like, just ask.
no, what's
But
funny enough is
congratulations. Hmm.
one of the girls I used to work with at Applebee's is working there now. Works there too. So when I walked in, she was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, I just say it's my first day. She was like, "Oh, you gonna love this job."
Yeah.
That's good.
It sounds like it's pretty laid back and stuff. Sounds
It-
pretty
it-
nice.
Right now they said we're in the slow time, so it is really laid back. Once the summertime hit, it's gonna get real busy.
Okay.
So right now it's just like, do your best.
Be on time.
Huh?
Be on on time is nice.
Yeah, I mean
How
I'm gonna
you
be on time.
feeling, son?
I'm all right.
Soleil, you're not feeling well.
Slang, Solange then went ahead and caught that bug again. Solange get yearly COVID.
You got COVID? I think you shook your head, but this little tight. Oh, okay. I got this little teeny screen. I can't see a dang thing. Do you hear
Me
me?
neither.
Yeah.
I can't really
Oh,
see
your
on the phone.
phones?
On my
Yeah.
at work, it said that I didn't have any sound or something. I don't know how I feel about this streamy yard.
Listen,
You don't like it?
listen.
JR in the dark. I can't see him.
What you say? He said you get yearly COVID. He don't have no kind of compassion. He said you get yearly COVID. What in the world?
That's because she get COVID every year.
What do you mean every year? I didn't last year.
Did you get COVID last year?
Yes, but
Did you get COVID this year?
what? Yes, but that's yearly.
Okay, I said what I said.
I sure didn't get 2 years, so
You heard what he said when he said it?
shut up.
But you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm a
That's
lot
what matters.
better than I was than what it was like on Saturday. That's
On Saturday you look like you wasn't doing well at all.
like it's like my whole body.
For somebody who been ducking COVID, you sure catching it a lot.
I think you said these mothers something or another. That's what I heard. You were going in and out though.
The first time that I got it, it was not that big. Like I had a headache and you know what I'm saying, little runny nose and stuff. But this time, it felt
COVID
like
came back to COVID said, listen, you thought that you was good.
I felt like I got my first COVID vaccine. Like how it made my whole body. It was
Yeah.
It was
Well,
not
they
good.
said this one is like the Omicron. Yeah, Omicron.
Oh my God.
Shut up, JR, don't do it.
He know about the Omicron. he was on.
That's right, because JR, you got that one, didn't you?
I had the real COVID.
You say
He's so
real?
proud.
Hey, wait a minute. Did
I
they
ain't
had
never
one
heard
of the
anybody
killer
get excited about COVID like that. That's
But I
nice.
had the real.
I'm mad that he he got the real COVID, like everybody else's was fake.
Well, the
Right.
all the second and third stuff wasn't as bad. It was different versus when I caught it the first time. That's when you had to quarantine for them 10 days and all that. So that's when people was dying from when I had it.
I still think that I got it before they even was saying that it was COVID because I was
Yeah,
Yeah,
worried.
that's what
I
people
thought
kept
it was
saying.
positive that Paul had it
Yeah.
before.
In case you remember, it did come out in December of 2019. That's why it's
Yeah,
COVID-19.
that's why I'm saying I think I got it because I went to Tennessee and I got sick in Tennessee and came back and I was just through.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what this is. I thought it was like a real bad flu. No, it was COVID.
Yeah, I know because I'm almost positive that Paul got it in October.
Mhm.
A
And
lot of people get it and they be, oh, I'm just my allergies.
Yeah, they be swearing it be allergies.
this allergies all right. So y'all, I don't really have anything on the docket today.
Why not?
Because y'all don't watch the Real Housewives of Potomac, and that's you know what? Let me see if I can find the clip. If I can find the clip, we're gonna do it.
I can't talk
I
about
ain't say I didn't watch it. I just don't watch it constantly.
What's
Let me
the show called?
Real Housewives of Potomac.
Oh, yeah,
And
I've
why we want to talk?
never seen that
Why
one
we
before.
want to talk about them?
Hold on, because if I can find this clip when Candace said what she said.
I see Candace on the TikToks. I think that's Candace.
No, you probably see Ashley Darby on the TikToks.
No, I think it's a different Candace. It's not the Candace from No Real House. I think I'm talking about a Candace that's like a real speaker or something. How's everyone doing?
Yeah,
Holding on.
you know what? We didn't do our mental health check. How's everybody doing?
My feet cold.
Put some socks
I'm a
on.
little chilly, but I'm about to put my heater on. Why you don't you got a heater in your room?
I got the heater on, and I got a blanket.
Is it an electric blanket?
Yep.
Would you need to turn it up?
Right.
Apparently, my feet be freezing.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Is the heater up high enough? Because
It's
my
up on
heater,
high.
end up my nose be feeling dry and all kinds of stuff with my heater in the room. It do not play.
Yeah, mine do too. Then I had to turn it down, and then I had to get back up and turn it up.
Yep. That sounds about like me.
Yours don't have a mine has a remote.
Oh, look at you, fancy.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go out here and find me one with a remote so I ain't gotta get out the bed.
It's got a little remote thing to it.
Oh, nice. Wait a minute, what is that the remote to blanket or is it the remote to a heater?
To the blanket.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know what? I got a little teeny blanket around here somewhere. I don't know where that blanket at. I gotta find my little heating blanket.
Yeah. I'll be using that. I needed it on Saturday because I was freezing. But you could fry a whole breakfast on my body. Like you could
Not a whole breakfast.
Oh yes.
Okay.
In all of it. Yeah. But I was freezing. I didn't have to put no medicine in today, so that's how I know I'm getting a little better. I was popping Tylenol. So
Oh yeah, for your body aches.
yes, because them suckers is woo. I was shutting down.
Okay, I found it.
You found it? Okay, I don't even know what we're about to talk about it with these things. Here we go.
I think Jerry sent a message and said she was getting on or something.
Yeah, she at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
You seen her little hot tub she bought?
Vic did. I didn't see it.
All right, can y'all see that? Because I can't see.
Yes, Vic can see it.
I'm finna hit play.
Okay. I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
Let me see what I gotta do to make it so you guys can hear it. Because when I tell you she read the dog.
But what is she gonna read her about? This is stuff I be talking.
All right, so Giselle had told everyone had made a big deal or attempted to make a big deal about the fact that at the last reunion, she said something about her husband, about Candace's husband, or she said something about Candace and Chris. Her husband wanted to talk to Giselle like off to the side. Well, depending on who you ask, either Chris said go to my room, or let's go to my room, or Candace offered to go to her room. Or Giselle offered to go to her room. Nobody's really saying which one was which. So
on the screen anymore, just so you know.
I know. I pulled it down for a second. So, but Giselle said it made her uncomfortable. And
they're going to talk about this now?
Well, she made a big deal about it all season, but like she kept saying that Chris needs to apologize for what he did, and Candace kept saying, well, what did he do? You got to tell me what he did. Like, we need to know what he did. And she was like, he just made me uncomfortable. Well, then it comes out that he didn't really do anything. He just asked her to talk to her privately, and they ended up going to the room. They both thought that her glam squad was still in the room. They weren't in the room. And so it just became a big mess. And she was making it seem like he was like trying to hit on her or trying to make it sexual.
Okay. Let's hear the clip.
Okay. So I'm hoping. So the clip. Why can't I get to the clip?
Really good and clear. I just can't. Did you press play?
Yeah, you just can't hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hear it?
Oh.
No.
It's nice and clear.
It is.
I appreciate that.
It's a mute on somewhere.
Yeah, let me see what a mute's at so I can take it off.
Is it on the actual clip?
Full screen layout. How do you make the sound work?
Oh, we didn't test this before?
No, because I wasn't going to talk about it.
Listen, JR, I'm surprised he ain't say nothing.
I'm playing soccer. He's lucky.
Don't get him started.
Okay.
Well, since they already said something, come on, man. You supposed to have this shit together before we got here, goddammit. They don't have this problem on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Right.
I want you to go. I just want you to shut up.
That's okay. Well, no. It's not on the actual clip itself.
Yeah, for some reason I can't get the sound to come through the clip.
Well, it's showing really good though.
It is really good.
Really.
Let's see something. All right.
What is that at the bottom? The bottom towards the left. I mean the right.
Right, that says messages.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Let's see.
How at the nighttime is when you start to feel the stuffiest. What's up with that?
Because that's how. Oh shoot! What did I do? Share screen. Some screens cannot use. Oh, hold on.
We interrupt this.
Listen, I don't need your judgment. It's not.
It's Women's History Month. Did you all know that?
Yes.
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna do it this way.
Okay.
Ain't no such month.
Hush your mouth.
What you mean ain't no such month?
You can listen to JR if you want to.
How come the screen looks like that?
Because I'm fixing something. I had to do it this way.
And you think you can say
whatever
you want to say.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how we gotta look at it? Oh.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
You are a garbage.
So
But who was white?
she was talking about Giselle,
Who was that? The one in the blue?
the one that was in the blue dress like a church lady, looking like with the church first lady dress on.
Is she white?
She's not white. So she actually used to be married to Jamal Bryant.
Who was that?
Mom could probably tell you. Mama, you're on mute.
He's a pastor, was in Baltimore. He's now in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Yeah. So he apparently cheated on her, and they got divorced, but they still talking and all that. And ever since that she's been on this show, she has every season targeted, for whatever reason, another woman's husband for an issue.
She just messy.
So when this one happened, Chris was the white guy that was behind Candace. She has spent the last 3 seasons, every chance she can get, talking about this man's penis. Just all over the place. High, as she said, high as brown at the base and pink at the tip, like to his face.
How does she know that?
She doesn't know that. She just talks.
Lord.
His wife said it all the time.
Yeah. And so when all of this went down, when it went down the first time and it was brought to, this happened right after the reunion last year. So 5 months later, they start filming, and she doesn't bring it up that she felt uncomfortable until they start filming again.
Oh, so like more so just trying to get some show rating type stuff.
Right. So which caused him to lose business, like all kinds of stuff, because now she was painting him as some sort of sexual predator.
Oh, wow. So he lost money behind that?
Right.
Yeah, he had his own restaurant at one time.
Oh, well, she needs to be sued.
So meanwhile, while all this is going on, come to find out that her best friend on the show's husband had a whole affair that they kept hidden from the show.
With her
Dang.
girl in the blue?
No, not with the girl in the blue, with somebody else.
Wait, what? Wait a minute. Who are we talking about?
It's okay. Giselle and Robin are best friends.
Yes.
Robin had divorced her husband, but they were still living in the same household because they had 2 boys. So, and they had been doing that for years. So last season they decided to get married again, and so they were going through that. Well, there's another lady on there, the Madame, or whatever you want to call her name.
Oh, Karen Huger, I love her so
Yeah, Karen decides to tell Ashley, and I don't know why people tell Ashley anything, because Ashley's always running her mouth. But Karen told Ashley that her fiance, soon-to-be husband, was having an affair with this woman down in Georgetown, and that he propositioned Karen. So it's just I stopped watching it because they're so messy. Golly.
What is this here? Potomac, Maryland? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Start paying attention because I might see these.
Because so what made it so messy was all that happened. So the reason why I brought that part up is they hid the fact that Juan is Juan Dixon. Did you guys hear about this story? This happened.
Who is Juan?
News.
He's
Juan
a basketball coach. He used to play basketball, professional basketball.
People are like.
Well, okay. So like you might actually have heard this story. So there was a story about at the place at the school that Juan currently coaches at. There was a catfish situation where one of the coaches catfished one of the players and ended up in a sexual situation with one of the players, and was like, it was a huge deal.
What? Are these
So-
adults?
Say what?
Okay.
Is this a what kind of school is this?
This was a college.
Oh, so I guess they're adults. All right.
Yeah, they're adults. So like he ended up like catfishing another player and or not one, but the other coach did. And like convincing that one player to have sex with another male student, and it was a huge deal.
What?
Well, that player went to Juan and told him about it and told him what was going on, and is now suing Juan Dixon for not reporting it, or saying that he didn't report it the way that it was supposed to be reported. So
Was Juan on this clip that you showed?
no, Juan doesn't show up to reunions or do things because he ain't, and they're gonna eat him alive.
Oh, I don't think I know who Juan is.
You would know Juan if you saw him.
I don't know.
Like he played for the Wizards or something like that.
Picture up of Juan so I can see. There you go. Because I don't know who Juan is, and I don't think I heard that story.
Yeah, I mean it was big a couple months ago, like because all that broke like right around like August or September or so.
Oh Jesus, I can't even remember yesterday. That just seems like a hot mess. Every bit of it.
And so they, rather than going through and talking about that stuff and what was going on, what's actually going on in their lives, they made this story up to have a storyline.
Oh, story about him being a predator.
Yeah.
Oh. But
So it was
It's hard to keep up with it if you never watched it. It's a lot.
it is a lot.
Because you gotta remember, when them shows, they go
Too
back,
much for me.
right.
they go back two seasons and bring stuff up like it just happened.
Oh, well. It sounds like, well, not sounds, but again, he should be suing her. Like if he lost money behind that, I would take that to the court of law.
Well, at the time he had they weren't friends, but they were all cool up until this point.
What does that have to do with what you're saying?
So I mean, you ain't have to do me like that.
No, I didn't mean it like
Okay.
And she just read you, didn't she?
Well, I'm trying to figure out
Read
why.
the dog mess out of me. You hear me?
I didn't.
Okay.
I'm saying what is
That must be the COVID. We'll excuse it this time.
So that is Juan and Robin right there. I just posted the.
Can you bring it closer? I can't see that.
You're
Get
doing,
a little closer.
you're doing too much.
I cannot see. Can anybody else see that?
Yeah, you gotta open your eyes.
My
Are you
eyes-
on your phone? I'm gonna need you to get your laptop together.
I did
Yeah,
try
I'm
to-
like,
hold on.
On my phone.
It said that I didn't have any sound or something. Here.
Well, they just got married. That's why you see their pictures.
Right. They just got married. Although honestly, until I see the marriage certificate, I don't believe it.
Okay, I see.
Who in the hell posted that? Nobody.
I had to bring it close. I see it, but I still don't know who he is. So
Yeah, like until I see the marriage certificate, I don't believe it. Cause how you gonna have
Google it.
how you gonna have a wedding and you don't want your parents to be there?
Maybe they don't get along.
isn't
Huh?
it the second time? Eric?
Her
parents was there.
parents was there.
Eventually, after a while,
Yeah, but they didn't. They were supposed to do it in Bahamas, and they ended up doing it in Maryland.
But isn't it their second time though?
They must say
Yeah.
no, I was here. I didn't get the invite.
Listen, they got married the first time. I don't care if my parents show up the second time. We've already they already
They
did.
done got married.
The housewives.
either way. So my thought on that. So the reason the reason I brought it up
Mhm.
is because like I wanted to ask, hi Jackie. We have women of all shades.
Hell, she look cold too. What's going on in that house?
Dion, the only one that feel good in the house. Everybody else come. Everybody freezing except for Dion. He feel
Right.
He be
good.
talking about it. He talking about it. He be talking about it's a hot up in here. He's sweating. Ain't nobody trying to be a damn hot box.
You might have to take him back and put him at the hospital again for a little while.
Now he
Okay.
got to go. How's he doing, by the way?
It be cold in that hospital too.
He probably felt good. Jackie, how's Dion doing? Jason said.
He trying to still get back to normal, but you know,
Child, that ain't his whole shoulder, bro.
yeah, and neck brace.
And that by time if he don't sit the hell down somewhere.
I mean,
Trying to get back to normal.
he not doing nothing. I think he might be moving just a little faster than he should be, but with the way that Dion is, he not gonna
let it take over.
yeah, he's not gonna let it overcome him. Like,
I mean, I guess, but you still got to like.
I hear the gullah.
yes, I agree. Dion's not gonna it's not gonna sit back and just, let that happen like that.
Okay, I mean, listen, that ain't my business. If he want to rehurt himself, then that's none of my business.
Hey, listen, as long as the life insurance policy paid up, he can keep on going.
JR, you are officially not shit.
And good thing it was on mute. Mind your business.
That,
I got my chef over here running the mouth.
every show.
You always talk.
At him.
So anyway, the reason that I brought that up and I wanted to show that is we have women here on this show that are of all shades of the rainbow. You know what I'm saying?
What show?
What?
What show you talking about?
Shut up.
The one that we are on, dummy.
Listen, it ain't a whole bunch of shades in here. I see a lot of light skin.
My muffin's on here. She's a dark-skinned woman.
So she say.
That's so she said. Why are we even entertaining him?
I don't know why y'all entertain this little squirt.
Anyway, as I was saying, do you? Because a lot of people were really upset that she said that Candace made the comment about her white looking skin. What are you guys' reactions to that?
Well, hell, I tell Mona that all the time.
He do.
And do you think that she had a point about someone looking like her not necessarily being believed in cases of see, and now we have another dark-skinned woman here as well. Do you?
First of all, Jerry's not a woman. She's like a 14-year-old child.
Now we gotta
start off.
First of all, you gotta say something first before you just be talking about people and they color.
Jerry, what he walked into. He come with a middle finger.
So do you think that there is merit to the idea that as a darker skinned woman, it is more difficult for people to believe you in cases of where you're reporting sexual assault or reporting like rapes or anything like that?
I just feel like she was full of shit. That was just her excuse because she don't like her.
What are y'all talking about?
Real Housewives of Potomac.
Okay, so what happened on there?
So,
oh my God.
We're not.
I'm watching stuff.
So basically, you have to play the clip for her again and let her just hear what she said. You ain't got to play the whole thing if you can find it.
Selene and Jackie both look 3 sheets to the wind. Like, y'all about.
But Selene got cold again with her little dirty self.
Damn.
And Jackie and Aunt Deborah just cold.
Selene, how you did it again? So you're supposed to be the COVID police.
Yeah.
I can't police other people.
I said she got her yearly COVID.
I don't have.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna say every 6 months.
You stop kissing on everybody, you wouldn't have COVID.
Not kissing everybody.
I'm giving all these damn hugs away and shit.
I want a hug. Not right now though, because you got COVID.
Maybe we should just put you in a real bubble.
She been a little bubble boy.
What? What you say?
Well, as little as Selene is, we could just put her in a plastic bag.
You know, there's sometimes you just don't know what to say out your daggone mouth, don't you?
So, I mean, as far as that question, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know because I've never had those situations.
Here, Selene, go ahead and get on there.
Okay, can we not talk about that? Who walks
Jay,
up?
are you stupid? Like, he
Let
got
me
your
help you.
baggy
I
thing.
don't want to talk about them because
Come on, get on there.
Jay, I got
Can
her
we
bubble
talk about?
I don't know.
Can we talk about Chris Rock?
Because I have feelings about Chris Rock. But
I haven't seen it yet, but go ahead and talk about
Me
it.
neither.
I loved it. I thought it was funny.
Why did he wait so long to decide
But
that he want to say something?
I would love to hear what you got to say, Jason.
He didn't
What is
wait.
it that you didn't like about it?
He did it right because the Oscars are this. He did it right at the right time because it's a year. It's a year since the situation. What you got to say about Rock, Jay?
Listen, y'all can let him tap dance for white folks all day if you want to. Just say you hate black women and call it a day.
I mean,
That's what you got out of it?
Listen, first of all,
Jason always said the negative.
For what reason did he need to call Jada a bitch 17,000 times?
Yeah.
No, he
Yeah.
called both of them. He called
He
both
called
of them.
both of them. He didn't call her. He called him
Yes, he
a
did.
bitch.
He called her a bitch at
In the
least
beginning,
5 times.
listen. In the beginning, he was saying that is what other people are saying. Now, as he was saying the word, he was being a little more dramatic with it. But that just means that he could agree. But at the end of the day, that's how he felt.
he gonna get
Listen, if
slapped
I was
again.
real, I'd smack the shit out of him again.
Yeah, he gonna get slapped again.
You can't say that I don't think you can say that he doesn't like black women just because he was calling her.
I watched it twice. I didn't hear him specifically call her.
Oh yeah, he did. He called her a bitch like 5 times.
He said,
I didn't hear him call her. I heard him call him acting like a bitch.
yes, he said, I didn't start it. That bitch started it. That's what he said when he called her a bitch one time. But the other time he said everybody was calling Will Smith a bitch. And then they was calling him a bitch. Then you know what I'm saying? He kept saying that because he was trying to get to the point that he's calling him a bitch too, because his big old self gonna come and smack him.
Right. Well, his little self.
He is little.
Chris Rock ain't that damn
I
little.
tell you what, if I was Will Smith, I'd smack the shit out of him again.
I would too.
Why?
There's no way about it. Because first of all, did he gonna say I watched Emancipation so I could watch him get whipped? And y'all are okay with that?
You know
That's funny.
what?
It's comedy.
He's a comedian.
That is hard comedy.
I don't give a
But
hot.
you
You know who
you
else?
know
But you know
why
who he
I'm
didn't have
okay
a
with
problem
it?
with? You know what he didn't have a problem with? You know who he didn't have an issue with? When Louis C.K. was saying nigga on stage, or nigga in front of him 17 times, he didn't have a problem with that. He just, if you don't like
It's called. But you're a comedian, aren't you?
I am.
You
but
are a comedian. It's
First
going
of all-
to be things that you say that people are not going to like. Everybody's not going to be happy with your comedy.
But let me tell
I
you
don't
why
want-
why I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with that conversation.
You pause a minute. Jason, did you not stand on your comedy thing and call your mother a bitch? Did you
I
not?
did not. I didn't. I
The
did
gloves
not
are
call
on.
my mother a bitch. We will not go there. We won't be doing that today. It's not no. Pause.
You called me a
Rewind.
bitch?
I did not call my mother a
Wait a
bitch.
minute. Hold on. Back it
We're
up.
not doing it. We will not cause confusion in the Lord's house today. I won't stand for it.
What I'm saying is no, you're right. You didn't call her that, but in your comedy skit, the way you said it could have been taken as if you called her a bitch, but you didn't.
Yep.
So I'm trying to tell you the way Chris Rock was doing his skit, he wasn't calling her a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Not in that term. So I'm trying to tell you as a comedian or you should be understanding to that fact. Like, I don't even understand this animosity that you're giving. What?
Okay, I don't either. Because the way he got there, The way he got the taste slapped out his face last year, and he ain't say nothing. All he was like, "Whoa!" That's all he said.
Blanket.
And I would have said the same thing. Yeah, because he said I like Will Smith. I liked him. He was my buddy, and this, that, and the other. And then you come up there and slap the shit out of me. He said, "What am I fighting for? He bigger than me." The man applied for Muhammad Ali. He auditioned for. So you knew he was bigger. When you walked up on that stage, you knew you was bigger than that. But the thing about it that nobody knew, this stuff happened 3 years before the Oscars because Jada said Will didn't get his Oscar because of diversity. That ain't had nothing to do with him.
Listen, the whole thing.
Please, because one thing that I always show up to the building with, one thing that I will always come with is a receipt.
I don't. You do have a receipt. He did call her. His bitch wasn't about her.
You were supposed to be looking up the Potomac, the Housewives of Potomac thing.
I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host.
You got to go back. Don't just show that piece. You got to go through the whole part of all of it. Back it up.
Ain't nobody gonna sit here and watch this whole goddamn show.
No.
I sure won't, but we're going to watch this little minute clip.
No, not a bad place.
Just the end.
Concussion. She fucking said he should quit because Will didn't get nominated for concussion. What the fuck? What the fuck? So did I do some jokes about it? Who gives a fuck? That's it. He started, I finished it, okay? That's what the fuck happened. Nobody's picking on this bitch. She started this shit.
That's one.
Nobody was picking on her. Nobody was picking on her.
No. If he called her a bitch, who cares? It was her fault why he slapped her. Blame them.
You gotta get that off. Get that off screen. Get that off screen. Oh my God.
Why is it her fault that she slapped her? Why is it her? Why are we holding her accountable for the action?
Because she had that fucking entanglement, and Will Smith been fucked up ever since.
Wait a minute. Hold up, Jason. Hold up. Now, when it first happened last year, you was all about, he shouldn't have went up there and slapped her and this, that, and the other, and then you defended her. I'm sorry, but the way she acted and the way she has been acting, she has always belittled that man. I'd have called her bitch too. I'm sorry.
And in case you forget, Will Smith been fucked up ever since that entanglement. So he should have slapped the shit out of August Alsina back years ago. But instead, he took that shit out on Chris Rock. That's all the fuck that was anyway.
Chris said, I don't know anybody who's ever been interviewed by the person who cheated on you.
Well, see, he can't be mad at that because they had a whole open relationship.
They have a whole open relationship.
It ain't his fault that old dude caught feelings.
He wasn't mad that she did it.
She wasn't leaving him.
Listen, if you seen that round table, that red table,
he must have seen that round table. He was upset.
Yeah. He was about to cry when she was talking about that.
I don't care whether you have an open relationship.
That was his son's friend. That's probably why it hurt. But he can't be mad at her doing whatever because he do whatever he want to do.
Right, he out here doing.
You think they both doing it?
But he ain't out here interviewing her other lover. She is.
Because that lover ran his mouth. He didn't know how to shut up.
Okay, hold on. There's too many of y'all talking at one time.
I feel like this. I feel like the issue that Will had wasn't because she was sleeping with somebody else. It's because she was sloppy about it. Because when if you're in an open relationship, and I ain't saying I know this by any kind of anything.
You sure?
Don't put that disclaimer up there, boo.
I ain't saying that I know this from any experience, but if you are in an open relationship, 9 times out of 10, it is you do you, but don't have me out here looking stupid.
Yeah.
It's called Don't Bring It Home.
So when August Alsina got up and told everybody what was going on and what happened,
that opened up their home.
She had him looking stupid. That's what he was upset about.
No, and the red table talk, because even when he said his response was, "You were out here messing with him." Her response, that's how the whole entanglement thing came up. No, I wouldn't say that that's what it was. I would just say that I was in a little bit of entanglement.
Not to mention,
she wouldn't own up to the fact that that she messed up. That was her.
Not to mention, if you forget, that was the son's friend, and he was always over the house. So while this man in there doing your wife in the closet, you upstairs in the gym working out. Come on now.
Yeah,
So you can slap Chris Rock.
Did it. He was able to come in the house.
But either way, what it comes down to, and for me, if this, and I will say this, if this was, him just getting off this stuff off his chest and saying what he had to say, that would be one thing. But it is a pattern with Chris Rock that he will demean a black woman and let white folks say whatever the hell they want to say in front of him and don't say nothing.
How you figure that?
What are you talking about, Jason? If you talk about another comedian, if you talk about him not saying nothing to another comedian, comedians don't do that. They everybody has the right to say whatever they want to say. It might not be right. I don't even like Chris Rock like that. I appreciated that, he didn't get up there and act a fool and try to hit Will Smith back and get his butt tore up. He decided to, take the hit. He went on about his business. A year later, he is making money off of it. You can't knock that man for that hustle.
He had already told Will he was gonna get him back. He told him that a long time ago. Right after that happened, he said, "I'm gonna get you back, but I'm gonna do it on my own time." He had time to think about that. He could have easily went out. He could have had all of his comedian friends, his brother, all of them be out there ready to hunt this man down and whoop his butt. But he didn't. He did his with words. And I can appreciate him doing it with words.
He talked about one fucking woman, but you said all black women. That don't make sense.
Listen, don't put me with Jada. I'm sorry.
Right. I'm
not walking that way myself.
Hold on, because again, Jason always comes with receipts.
We don't
care about. I don't care if he talked about black women on all of his shows. I don't even look at those shows because I could care less about what he's saying. I only wanted to see this one because he did get the taste slapped out of his mouth last year, and I was like, well, let me see what he's going to say. Hey, you can't knock that man for what he's saying. That's his opinion.
Hold on, and Jason, before you play this, you do realize too that Chris knows the stuff like Howard Stern used to do it too. And if you knew the show before you went on, you already know how it's going to go. Don't mean he's just that white people say whatever they want. They're comedians, so they understand each other's comedy. But you wouldn't understand that.
I don't watch him because I don't think he's that funny. Honestly.
Are we ready?
And talked about we don't care about that. And he talked about his mother and his daughter, and he ain't calling them bitches. I like that. You ain't say nothing about his mother and his daughter he talked about. And he talked about his ex-wife.
Right.
So that just mean he don't like. That just further proves my point that he don't like black women. I just call it a spade.
What did he say? What did he talk about them?
Every comedian talks about family members. Everyone.
Because Kevin Hart talked about his ex-wife.
I mean, I talk about y'all all the time in my comedy, but that's neither here nor there.
So you don't like us?
You don't like your family.
So you don't like your family.
What you saying about us?
Say what?
That's
so that means you don't like us either. Don't start conversations you ain't gonna be able to, back your own receipts up. If you talking about us, every comedian that's been on television has always talked about their family members. And which Carly did it more than anybody I ever known. What's his name?
He didn't say nothing. He was talking about his daughter and how she bit when she was biting when she was little. Or something like that, and how she
talked about how she was privileged, how that he spoiled her and everything, and he had to fix it. And he said how he fixed it.
Well, listen,
I honestly couldn't tell you anything that Chris Rock.
Corey Holcomb called his daughter a hoe. I knew she was gonna be a hoe when she was young, because when she was young, she took the bottle out of her mouth and started splashing the milk all over her face. He said, "Girl, you just like your mama."
Who said that?
Corey Holcomb.
Who said
I'll be
that?
real. I can't really give y'all too much about what else
Corey
Chris
Holcomb.
Rock has said because I ain't paid him no attention since
Who?
No Sex in the Champagne Room.
Who?
Chris Rock.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
a
don't.
Chris Rock. Well, first off, I'm not a Chris Rock fan
We
at all.
not fans.
Right.
I don't know.
just
I
wanted
don't
to
know
hear
who.
what he had to
Yeah.
say. If he was, first off, I wanted to see if he was going to defend, to talk about Chris Rock, because he never said whether he was going, Will Smith, he never said that he was going to do it. They just said it was a comedy special. But, however, I think what he did and what he said was appropriate. I don't care, that he called, sometimes if you act like one, you act like one.
What did she do to make her act like a bitch?
If you
Because he
forget,
talked about her looking like G.I. Jane.
exactly,
Remember,
she looked at
remember when he
Will
said
Smith.
something about her looking like G.I. Jane, and she cut her eyes from what we saw. She cut her eyes, and Will Smith looked like he saw that, and that's when he walked up on stage and slapped him off of the G.I. Jane comment.
Because
Yeah.
before
That
that
happened
comment
last
came,
year.
before that comment came, he was over there laughing like everybody else. And then all of a sudden she got mad. She got mad because he talked about G.I. Jane, and she looked at him like, you're not gonna do nothing or whatever, and then he walks up and do that. She didn't take no repercussion for that. He took all that heat for that. Even though she did start it.
I have to disagree with that because people have been blaming her for this thing, for this all. So you mean to tell me that if somebody said something about you, Mom, I'm talking to you. If somebody said something about you in my presence,
he ain't say nothing bad.
Hold on, let me finish. And you look at me and I go smack the taste out their mouth. It's your fault.
It's both of y'all fault.
It's both of our fault.
I didn't see her to say no, don't go up there. I didn't see her do that.
And matter of fact, she congratulated him after he did it.
She was looking like, yeah, that's how her ass was looking. And where the receipts at for that?
First off, Jason, you got to understand that she has always belittled him before this even happened. She called him weak. She told him he didn't stand up for it. So, yeah, when you look at me and you sitting up there saying that ain't happened just that night. Chris and, Jada been doing stuff like that for a long time. She just got, she done got this man caught up in it. So now he's catching hell for her bullshit.
And hold on, let me ask you this, Jason. So if you at the comedy show and somebody say something about your mother at the comedy show, are you going to stand up and get up on stage and smack the comedian, or you going to laugh at everybody else?
Nope, I'm going to stand because you're not finna talk about my mama like that.
Because
that's what comedians do. They talk about everybody.
Then you need to figure out a better way to do comedy. If you
you need to just not take your ass out of the house. Because if you will stand up
you can be funny is to punch down on somebody or to talk about somebody else, then you're not funny.
Then Jason, you talking about every fucking comedian in the world, because every single one of them do it. From Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, D.L. Hughley, Chris Rock, Corey Holcomb, every single one talk about people in the audience. So now what?
He gonna be
so why don't you stop being a comedian and go do something else?
Right.
You can't.
Listen, I do my comedy, and I meant to do my comedy without talking about people in the audience.
You talk about me.
Exactly. You called your mother a bitch on stage.
I did not call saying that. I did not call my mama a bitch on stage.
You didn't call me a bitch, but you talked about me.
No,
you was like,
I told a story.
You said something like bitch, please.
No, I said.
Now
I didn't say bitch. Please.
Yeah, come on. Let me turn my phone up so I can hear what you said.
They bring the receipt.
Yeah, where's the receipt for that?
Even if you didn't call me a bitch, you talked about me in your comedy, even if it was a story. You talked about your mother. Okay? Let's call a spade a spade. You talked about your mother. Every comedian that has ever did a funny joke has talked about their family members. Do you see me going around here wanting to fly to
Kansas City.
Tubuck or whatever. I mean, Missouri, and want to whoop your ass because you talked about me. I don't give a darn.
It's comedy.
It's comedy. It's funny. I wouldn't take that stuff serious.
And she actually looked beautiful with her hair like it was. And I was like, and when he said something about her being G.I. Jane, I was like, oh yeah, I could see her being G.I. Jane. I didn't see it
take
like
it as an insult. I thought, yeah. But I'm sorry, I'm questioning whether he does have alopecia.
If you remember Def Comedy Jams, every damn comedian on there would talk about somebody in the audience, whether it be from the celebrities to the person that's sitting on the stage with their boots on the stage. And Martin said, "Get them goddamn boots off my stage," and started going on the crowd. So come on now. That's
I've seen in comedy shows and been cracked on. So
and if I found out who it was, I cussed him and that hoe out too.
You mess with your ass up, that's what's gonna happen.
And they're gonna talk about you too. But listen, after he open hand slapped him to the face, and he said, "I told you to keep my wife's name out your mouth." Yeah. Okay. So that right there, all of that was wrong. I'm sorry. He was wrong.
No, which means you have previously stepped the line. And what do we do to habitual line steppers? You got to correct it. Where you act out is where you get corrected.
Now, let me ask you a question.
On the stage of the Oscars,
is there worth you losing all types of endorsements and everything?
And respect from people? Shit.
I mean, you can't even go. She's so busy worried about whether he was gonna get an award. He can't even go to the damn award show no more for 10 years.
And then
was it worth it?
Because
why I can respect what Chris said the other night is because he said, I got parents, and my parents taught me not to fight in front of white people. I'm sorry, I can respect that because growing up,
I don't respect that at all.
No, let me tell you something. Growing up, the first thing that when we were coming around, they said,
a different era, Jason. That's why you don't understand.
They already think we are savage animals. So why give them that daggone platform?
You're from a different era, and that's why you probably didn't appreciate that. What he said, it was a lot deeper than just that statement he made.
Right.
It was really a lot deeper.
I understood what he meant by that statement, and I get the idea of people of the way that people, especially non-Black people of color, think, or non-Black people think about the stereotypes that people think about Black folks. And
come on, Malaya, get it together.
I mean, come on, Jason. Think about the hip hop awards for the longest time. Every time they had a hip hop award, they was fighting, and it was Black people fighting Black people.
And ain't nobody watching the hip hop awards. Is it still coming on?
And
I ain't watched the hip hop awards in so long. I don't even know if it still come on.
Yeah, it still come on, but they pre-tape it now. They don't do that live. But you gotta remember that back during that time, they was always fighting, and it was like we were always taught, no, you don't do that in front of that, because they always thought of us as being savage animals. And I appreciate him that he said, no, I didn't do it because I got parents, and my mama taught me not to fight in front of white people. Right. They could have fought. Will Smith might have beat the shit out of him, but he could have easily punched him back. And it could have been worse than what it was. So I appreciate it. And I appreciated that he finally told the story as to what happened. Because he did not have to go up and hit that man like that. And Jada should not have, encouraged it. And I still say Jada encouraged that.
I say everybody on that stage and in that audience was grown and able to make their own decisions. Chris Rock decided to make that joke, which I'm gonna still tell y'all to this day. I don't think the joke was funny. G.I. Jane ain't been out in years.
Chris Rock be the bad person.
Didn't nobody ask you? You mind your business.
Stop making Chris Rock be the bad person, Jason. Chris Rock is not the bad person.
All the way.
Will Smith should have never put his hands on that man.
He should never put his hands on that man.
Yeah.
You ain't make Will Smith be the bad person from slapping the shit out of him.
He ain't said nothing bad about Will Smith. Nothing.
I'm not mad about Will Smith because if that's the person, because I want to protect the person that I am with from anything. If somebody say in the audience say something about Paul right now, I promise you, I'm slapping the dog shit out of them. And it is what it is.
No, you're not, because Paul is gonna be like, Jason, it's okay. He gonna be so calm and looking at you crazy as hell.
And he gonna look at you stupid if you decide to get up on stage.
Because why? Because that's ignorant to get up there and start slapping. That is ridiculous. Especially if you are in a comedic setting. It's dumb to do that.
Don't sit in the front row if you don't want to get talked about. That's what they tell you.
Other thing, and here's the deal: I probably would have a completely different mindset and thought process if I actually thought the joke was funny.
Have you ever been to a Bruce show?
Oh no, he definitely haven't. He would be windmilling somebody in there because Bruce lets it go.
That's right.
Jason, I think you're the only one that agrees with slap a hoe.
I think what a part of the
They slap a hoe.
is that you're looking at what he said as it's supposed to be a joke. It's supposed to be funny. I don't look at what he said as it was supposed to be a joke. I think it was something like, hey, this could be something that you could do. Everybody else kind of looked at it as, and they agreed, like, dang, that would be a really good part for you, or for you to play something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole time frame, it was the start of
They just want this is basically saying that the employer, you're applying for
Deborah.
Mute your mic, Mom.
How's she just gonna be on there? What's your bank account?
She having a whole conversation.
But that was what was going on around that time. So I never even looked at what he said as supposed to be a joke. I looked at it as, dang, she would make a really good G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
With me,
she looked beautiful with her hair like that to me. And I was like, dang, I can see how she can be G.I. Jane. Yeah, I can see that. But he want to get up there and act like he's saving her after she done entangled all her mitts up out here in this universe. Now he want to go up there and start slapping the phone.
I personally don't think that she would have took it as disrespect if it would have came out of somebody else's mouth.
Right. It's because she's previously had issues with Chris Rock.
It's the fact that she made comments about him and they've had their back and forth. But I guess within the years,
because I guarantee you,
as it being
that was hard, and he was on stage and said it. Will wouldn't have slapped him.
Nope. He wouldn't have slapped I don't think he would have slapped nobody else. I'm with Chris. I think that he only wanted to slap Chris. I believe that.
Like, it's also, and it really even goes from what I was reading. It actually goes before the concussion, and Will and Jada making those comments about Chris Rock it goes back to like Good Hair Days.
It's years. It's
been years that they've had issues.
Them going back.
So if I know that there is somebody in the audience that I have prior beef with, and there's bad blood there, no, I'm not going to say anything about them. I'm going to pretend like you don't exist in the audience.
But do we know how bad the blood was? Was it just Chris Rock and Jada? Do you really think, did it have to escalate to this point? Did it have to be out in public where everybody can see it? This couldn't have been something he could have did behind the scenes. He could have waited.
Yeah,
because he could have waited. I will give you that.
He could have waited till after the show, went to Chris Rock green room or whatever, and then whipped him in there.
Exactly.
He did it on
whatever he felt like, but he got up and acted a pure fool in public on TV with and everybody, it sucked the air out the whole building. The air was different when he slapped that man. Everything was,
I
and
will
then
tell you, but I also the book of Phyllis Manuel says where you act up is where you get corrected at.
Charles Manuel did not say that. Now I'm gonna need you to stop saying Charles. Charles Manuel didn't say that. I'm gonna let you even say he said that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go act up on this little boy that came in here and turned my daggone heater off. Where he at?
The book of Phyllis says.
Don't
the book
slap.
of Phyllis Manuel says.
Yeah, maybe Phyllis, but Charles
says
Manuel
where you
didn't say
act
that.
up is where you get corrected at. And
How you gonna come in and turn my heat off?
Hold on. Let's be honest about that. So what she meant to say was, if the time is right for you to do it, if you can't, if somebody talk bad about you at the police station, you can't slap them at the police station.
You sure can.
You know, daggone well, my mother would have slapped him at the police station.
No, she would not have. And they saw it. Same thing with Will Smith. You did it on national TV on recording. So then you couldn't even really deny the fact that you did it if you got arrested for it. Because you're stupid. Everything is it's all recorded what you did. So it's a time and a place for everything. Yeah, you could have waited, and when Chris Rock got off the stage, it's Will Smith. He could have easily said, "Hey, I need to go in the back." They would have said, "Go ahead, Will," and he could have went to his dressing room and said, "Listen, don't ever in your fucking life talk about my wife again." He didn't do that. He could have done that, but he didn't.
Beyonce, that's right. That man said he still hears summertime coming out of his ears.
Right.
What is
summertime?
That's what
Chris Rock said.
I'm tired of y'all asking me if it hurt. Hell yeah, it hurt. I still hear summertime coming out of my ears.
Then he said, "Drums, please." That's what.
Listen, but you know what I bet he won't do?
And then you keep talking about bad blood, and clearly Chris Rock ain't tripping off of it because he just called his wife a bitch all over again. And so now what?
He really done said some craziness because he ain't say nothing like. He didn't say nothing bad about her. That G.I. Jane was not bad.
Listen, so when Will
never said her name, he still kept her name out of his mouth.
Yeah, he did. He did what he wished.
Well, he ain't said that bitch.
That's because he know Will and Jaden and Willow and the other one is gonna show up at the house.
Willow, what he gonna show up with his purse? Ain't nobody scared of him.
Willow is a girl.
Oh, well, what's the other? They all both come with purses.
They can show up at the house all they want to. They gonna get their ass whooped. Because I can guarantee you.
Which one is which? Only reason I know when they say the son. Other than that, I don't be knowing. Fuck Will Smith. I wish he would come knock on my door.
Yeah, a lot of people lost respect for him for doing that. I mean, that was really crazy.
You know what? Here's the thing. I also look at it like this. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to sit back and, as much as as I'm talking, at the end of the day, I don't really care about either one of them. But I'm not about to sit back and continuously drag either one of them for the situation. It happens. People's tempers, you know what I'm saying? It's a heightened, those award shows are heightened events because you already kind of, you nervous and all that. And stuff just happens. And so, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no nerve did that. That was ignorant.
No, wait, let me finish. We expect people to have grace for us when we mess up. So we should have grace for other people when they mess up.
So look,
even when you get slapped in the face in public, where everybody can see it, and all you do is just bow out. Even though he did it the Christian way, now he might not have been so Christian this week when he did the recording, but last year around this time, he was ready to get the other cheek slapped the way he was looking. He didn't buck at all.
He only slapped him like he was a bitch. That was the fucking crazy part.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Every once in a while, I'll pull that video up and get a good laugh again because that's an open hand slap.
Yeah, he did not play, and he revved all the way back, didn't he?
No, I'm gonna tell you, he would have fucked it up if he would have backhanded him. Oh my god!
Oh, that would have been even worse.
If he'd have backhanded him, we would not be having this conversation the way we're having it now. We would be talking about how we would be talking about how Chris Rock got bitch slapped and didn't do nothing about it.
But it's good. It's good that his brothers wasn't there. You know, he got a nice amount of brothers. Chris
Right.
Rock do.
Yeah.
So that could have went another way too.
It was like they were not got it.
Tony Rock was there. He would have came running from out the back and
I
jumped
think
on
so
with.
too. I don't think he would have had the same restraint.
I mean, he had to actually call Tony and tell Tony don't do nothing. But Jason,
yes.
I want you to not make people think I'm crazy. I ain't nowhere in the world I'm that dumb that I'm gonna slap somebody in a damn police station. You crazy?
Ma, now you know daggone well.
No. Hold up.
It's not a matter of being
I'm
crazy.
not gonna take no crap off nobody, but I ain't going to jail either. Is you stupid?
Listen. Now
I might take you. Look, I might take you around the corner, and lay some hands on you, but I'm not gonna do it in the police station so I can go to jail, boy. Your mama, that ain't your mama.
Mommy.
I don't like bars.
Mommy.
Just so you know.
Mommy, didn't you beat your two daughters? Didn't you whoop your two daughters at the school?
Okay, this is
sure did, but I took them in the back room. I didn't tell the damn teacher. I didn't tell the teacher to come past there. I took them in a classroom and shut the door, and I sure did. If you're gonna whoop somebody, then I'm gonna whoop you. I did it exactly where I was, but I ain't doing it trust me, I ain't doing it in no damn police station.
Jackie.
Don't listen to Jason. He just full of it.
Yes.
Jackie.
Yes.
Did you or
Back
did you
my picture up so they can't see you.
one time
But so
at the school?
it was behind closed doors, and it was 3 people in there. That was it.
Was it you, Brandy, and Jack and Mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be trying.
Didn't they know that's what you was doing?
She asked
No.
them, she said, Can I have a moment with my kids? And they said sure, and they gladly got
That's what everybody knew with that, man.
I mean,
They didn't know I was gonna whoop they behind. But just like they beat that girl, I beat them. And the only reason why they found out about it is because a teacher went back there and them doors got glass in it, and saw me whooping they behind. She went and told the principal. But the principal was a black woman, and she said, "Well, Miss Manuel, you can't do that." And and I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know the damn teacher was gonna go call social services.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying from what I know of my mama. Now, I have never seen you be in a situation.
Your mama ain't no fool. And she ain't gonna be beating up nobody in no damn police station in front of the police.
Who in the same room with on that?
Jackie.
No, we ain't. We in 2 different sides of the house.
Hold on.
That's that mansion.
Say something, Ma?
What?
Oh, Michelle, I think she got that wrong.
It's me?
Yeah.
What I gotta do?
I'm just raise your hand.
Who gotta raise their hand?
Michelle.
Why?
Because if I unmuted it, we can hear everybody. But we finna get off.
Oh, what's wrong with her phone?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
But it's almost 9 o'clock y'all time.
Else was already muted.
Yeah, but no, it was Michelle's because as soon as he unmuted it did it again.
Oh.
But we finna get out here anyway. Because I'm tired and I gotta cook dinner.
I just unmuted myself.
Huh? Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
But I was muted. When y'all said it was me, I muted myself.
Hold on.
Oh, it's not now.
It's not doing it now.
Yeah, it must have cleared up. I don't know what that was about.
At any rate, so
Yeah,
y'all,
see, you, I'ma slap you.
excuse me, you gonna do what?
You heard what I said.
No, I didn't. Go ahead, say it again.
The receipts is in the paper. Play it again.
The
This be
paper.
like, I guess I need to go ahead and book a flight to DC so I can. So
But
I can
look,
get slapped. Come
you
on.
can
with
move
it.
anyway. I got my passport.
That's what it takes for you to come over here to visit. Is somebody got to threaten to slap you?
No. Listen, the only reason I didn't come
Well, look,
last year.
you can meet me anywhere now. I just got my passport.
I said, come on, so he can slap the shit out of you now.
Tell Dion I said, get in the car. Come on with it.
Dion can't drive, but look at that neck brace. He can't even turn around.
I'm slapping.
He said, slap him. That music is too loud.
Listen, you tell Fire Marshal to go sit down somewhere.
Dion look like a
What
robot.
you say? You say who?
Fire Marshal Bill.
Not Fire.
Bill. He could have came with something better than that one.
I mean, I could have, but Fire Marshal Bill worked.
No, sir, it did not.
It worked.
Hey, did y'all hear what I said? I got my passport Friday.
So what that mean? Where you going?
I don't know. Somewhere now. I'm legit.
Wait, I didn't know they gave. Never, I almost said something out loud.
Now I'm gonna slap the shit out you for real.
I didn't say it. No. I didn't say it. I almost said it.
Yeah, they give felons passports, man.
Okay, you said it. So
I know everybody asked that question. I just can't go to Canada for some odd reason.
All right, so then where are we going this year?
This year, shit, it's too late for that. Next year, probably.
It's only March.
Yeah, nigga, the way my funds are set up, I got to check on the savings.
Hey, JR. You gonna do the play again this year?
What play?
Oh, you didn't go last year.
No.
Oh, we going to see Moses.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Why you think you're gonna get the spirit?
Remember that time at that play back in Hampton back in the day?
Oh, I remember that play.
Gates and there was flames.
Oh,
scared me straight for a couple of months.
Oh well, we need to look. We need to. I need to buy your ticket for that. Then
every once in a while, I still think about that play. That play was scary.
Yeah, it was pretty good. That's probably one of the best plays I've ever been to.
Now, well, you need to go to this one up in Pennsylvania.
No thanks. No thanks.
Oh, is it at Sight and Sound, Ma?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
So y'all need to come down here and we can go to Branson and go to the Sight and Sound in Branson.
Sir, you act like we could just drive to your house and come.
Why can't
What's playing at that one?
I think it's Jonah.
I haven't seen that one.
Actually, let me look and see what's playing at Sight and Sound in Branson.
I know we're going to see Moses.
Yeah, no thank you. I appreciate the offer though. Call me when you go to go see the Chris Rock stand up again.
Oh no, it's Queen Esther.
I seen that one too.
Hey, are we still live?
Yes.
Yeah, but we finna get off of here.
Y'all saying that we were still live.
Mm-hmm. His old country ass be fitting.
What you say, nigga?
Oh, see.
Really? Are we saying that live?
We say that live all the time.
I don't say the N-word. It is beneath me.
Ain't too much beneath you. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching the show. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on the channel. It helps the YouTube algorithm pull us higher up on the list. Let's see. March 20th. Speaking of comedy, March 20th is my next comedy show. Gale Public House. Say
well,
what?
he be calling everybody bitches.
He better not let that word. He better not let that word come out of his mouth
again.
Dion said that's not a nice word to be calling women anyway.
Well, then you let Chris Rock. Anyway, March 20th, we'll at Gales Public House, we will be doing another show. Also, I'm hoping I will be on the bill on the first week or second week of April at Hot Waffle at the Mockingbird Lounge. So that's another place you'll be able to see me do comedy. Let's see. Do I have anything else coming up? No. Hey, Cece.
She was doing something with her job.
Okay, well then, next week I'll have her.
Like
She's
some
doing
people
comedy
today.
with the DJ, and we'll talk about that next
She
week.
said, "What's up?"
Yeah, she said, "What's up?" in the chat.
Oh, I was asking if she was doing comedy or DJing anytime soon after she she's get over COVID.
He want to talk. Let him talk.
Hey there, little DJ. Hey, DJ.
You can beat your father.
Let me tell you what that little monster did. He ran in here, turned my daggone heat off, and then ran back out.
He said, "Go, DJ. It's so hot in here." He said, "It's getting hot in here. I got to go."
He knew you was freezing.
What?
He knew you was cold.
No.
He wanted to make it colder. He said, "The daddy."
All right, y'all. We're gonna end this here. Thank you. Y'all have a great night. And done.